Hey guys, Tactical Minds here. And it's been a while since we've done a police shooting breakdown. I like to wait for good ones to come out to break down tactics wise. And, with all the negative stuff with police lately, with the Uvalde shooting and all that stuff. And of course, as you guys know, I don't pick sides. I'll call out bad or good, right or wrong. Came across a good response to an active shooter situation out of San Jose, California. And, wanted to go ahead and show that to you guys, break it down a little bit and show how these officers did a tremendous job. Um, I'm not going to give the whole background and context on the video. If you want the whole background, go ahead to Donut Operator's channel. He does a great job with, police breakdowns. We're just going to break it down from a tactics standpoint. I will give you a basic brief overview, which is it's a active shooter, 2021, I believe, San Jose, at a place of business, disgruntled employee. As always, guys showed, signs early on of being disgruntled and that this kind of stuff was going to happen, but nobody rarely pays attention. That's personal. Excuse me. Personally, the problem we have in this country, in my opinion, people not paying attention to warning signs, not guns, but that's another topic. But any of you, like I said, guy did show signs. Nobody responded to them early. So he showed up. Police get the call that there's shots fired. And I believe when they arrive on scene, there are subjects down. We'll go ahead and pick it up from the time they arrive on scene. It's going to be from one officer's point of view, body camera. And he is the main officer in the stack the whole time. So it'll give you probably the best overview. Anyway, though, as always, guys, before we get into it, if you like this video, if you like the content that we're doing on this channel, please, like, comment, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. We're at 919 subscribers now, I believe. So let's try and hit that 1,000 and then push past there. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. So we're going to go ahead and do this little screen share here. It took me a second to iron it out. We haven't done it in a minute, and there we go. Let's get this on the big screen, and we'll get my face out of the way as much as we can. We'll try and move it as we do, and I'm going to stop it periodically just to kind of break down things. But anyway, here you're going to see the officer's body camera footage. He's going to show up on scene. Obviously, this is a place of business. Right here, I keep forgetting when I do this, you guys can't see everything, right? So this place of business right here. So officers are going to approach from here up through this stairwell. So let's go ahead and watch. Now you can see the lead officer here who is taking point. He's got the rifle, so that's the proper way to go. Officers are wasting no time. You're going to also notice the lead officer in the video. You're going to notice that he is taking command of the scene right away, which is the way you want to do it. Okay. You've heard the phrase before, I'm sure, too many cooks in the kitchen, and that's not what you want, especially when you're going into a tense scene like this that is rapidly evolving, right? You want one person in command of the situation. Everybody else, check your egos at the door. Let the guy take point. The guy's taking command. He's giving good commands. He's telling the team what to do. That's the way to do it. You don't need 15 people trying to take command of a situation. Again, got to check that ego at the door. But let's go ahead. Approaching this stairway, as you're going to notice here, officer right here, you're going to see he's, checking the corner right there, right? So he's pieing this corner right there. That's what we call pieing, right? He doesn't want to stand right here because that's going to be the fatal funnel, right? So he's going to kind of pie that corner and turn his rifle a little bit so that he can see around that corner and still shoot the suspect if needed, right? But he's not exposing his whole body. He's still staying within cover. That's the proper way to do that. You're also going to notice he's going to raise his rifle up because here's this stairwell right here, right? So he's going to hold on that stairwell. So while other officers are moving around and holding other areas, you're going to hear him throughout the video say holding left, holding right, holding long, right? He is going to hold that stairwell because, again, we've got a door down here. We've got the stairwell here. We've got multiple entries where shooters can come out. And this is why single man, CQB or close quarters is so dangerous. We'll do that in another video. But you're going to see multiple things that they got to hold on, right? Somebody's got to watch this door. Guy can come through the door. At this point, there's a guy that shot people inside. We don't know where he's at, right? So the gunman can shoot through this door. He could be at the top of the stairs shooting down. We don't know how many gunmen there are. So we've got to watch all our angles. So let's go ahead. Let's get into it. So see, he's pie in the corner. Great thing here. See his finger. Trigger finger is alongside of the rifle, right? Never want our finger on the trigger until we're ready to fire. It's a very big, important thing. I've seen cops do it before. So here you see he's holding the top, right? Officer's holding the top of the stairs. These two officers are going to hold this door right here, right? Because I want to make sure, again, real quick, there could be a shooter up top here, right? So this officer is going to hold on this angle from there. You got this other officer here holding long cover from this angle, right? So he's got that angle covered there. You got these two officers right here. They're going to cover this doorway right here and make sure no one comes out this doorway. So, like I said, we've got to cover all points of exit and entry, right? So again, gunman comes here, those officers are going to handle it. Gunman up top, he's going to have this guy from here and this guy from here putting fire on there. And the reason why you want at least two guys on that is because, again, this guy's at elevation, right? So when you're at the elevation, you're at the position of advantage. It's a lot easier to shoot down. So we want to have as many guns as we can on the threat, because at this point, like I said, we don't know where the threat is or how many threats are in the room. So let's continue. So you see he's calling the sergeant over, right? This guy, again, he's taking good command. He's taking command of the scene. He's not letting too many people, too many cooks in the kitchen. He's taking command. Real quick, you hear the officer say, get behind that engine block. If you guys watched one of my previous videos on cover versus concealment, you'll remember, like I said, a car is concealment. It is not cover. A car will not stop bullets. Bullets will go straight through the vehicle. It's not going to stop them. The only part of the vehicle that's going to potentially stop those bullets is the engine block. That's why he's telling the officer, get behind the engine block. Now, I do like the officer on the corner that was over here. I do like, as he walked away, he was still holding on that stairwell for a minute. He does lower his weapon at one point, turn around and you know, break feet towards that vehicle. I personally would have kept my weapon up on the stairwell, but that's nitpicking here nor there, right? Everybody can Monday morning quarterback. So let's go ahead again. So officer's going to tell these two officers he's got the rifle. So you're going to see he's going to move and take point, right? Two officers with their handguns are going to go ahead and take the back. See here, he's pieing the stairs corner, right? Because we can have a subject come down here at any moment. So he's got to watch. He's got to watch all these corners and still be watching that floor, right? So again, pieing the corners, we're moving up. We're holding good cover, holding good cover. Now we're going to get to the top. We're going to have a bunch of doors up here, a bunch of unknowns, right? So you need to watch these doors. Door opens, gun immediately. Now, one quick thing I do want to point out. See where the officer's holding his weapon here? You see this concrete beam right here. And then, of course, obviously the stairwell beam coming down here. Sorry, I'm not in construction. I don't know all the terminology when it comes to that stuff. Great. But anyway, you see the officer here where he's kind of situated between this beam and this beam here. Now that gives two good things that I want to bring up. One, he's giving himself a little bit of concealment, not much cover. I mean, that concrete may slow down around or stop it, but not much cover, but he's giving himself a little concealment. The other thing he's doing is, see here, he's got one point of contact here on the beam from the stairwell, another point of contact with his front hand right here with his, you know, non-shooting hand on this concrete beam. Those 2 point of contacts are going to hold that rifle steady. So if he does have to break a shot from there, not only does he have good concealment, but he's got 2 points of contact, and the more points of contact, the more steady that rifle is going to be, the more steady those rounds are going to be, and allow you to put better rounds effective on target. So that's really great on that officer. But again, they're going to call a subject out here. He happens to be a guy that works there, but they have to treat him as a hostile subject until they figure out who he is, because for all they know, this guy could be the gunman posing, right? You don't know what you're walking into. It's one thing, the Monday morning quarterback. It's another thing when you're on scene. So let's go ahead and let this play out. You're going to see they're going to call the guy out here, have him raise his hands. He's going to lower his weapon just because he wants to see what's going on, find out. Finds out he works there, get the key card, so that they can make entrance to the building. Move that guy out of the way. We want him out of the situation, and we're going to continue. So here you go, covering both doors, right? We got both doors covered. Now we're going to go in this door. This is the door we go in. Now we're inside the building. Some lockers, another one. Again, really great movement with this lead officer with the rifle, right? You see, as he comes around every angle, his rifle is, canting. He's moving that angle, right? He's pieing that corner. He's making sure he can still break a shot around that corner without exposing himself fully. That is the proper way to do it, okay? Once we get into this room, we're going to go into what is a CQB nightmare. You're going to see a bunch of cubicles and other things around. And again, absolute nightmare. You can imagine if this was just you by yourself clearing your home or another establishment. Again, we'll go into single man CQB in a later video, but that is just a nightmare. And you'll see even for these officers when they're walking in, I mean, somebody could be hiding under the cubicle, could be hiding anywhere. There's a million spots for a gunman to hide. So this is a nightmare. And these guys, I mean, they handle it greatly. But again, I'll shut up. Let's get into it. So you see, officer swings it open. The other officer moves around. Lights on. We're calling out good commands. We're calling out clear, clear. One guy's going to hold. See him holding left. Another guy's going to hold in the door. He's going to check under these desks, right? Because under the desk, there could be a subject. Now we're going to come up here. Now, when he's telling them to push up, right? He's going to have another officer push up and move to make, take the key card and open the door. But you see here, he's still got, this is what's called long cover, right? He's a long ways off that door, but he's still holding the long cover on that door. So if another officer goes up to open the door and a gunman comes out or peeks out from one of these windows, this officer with his rifle is still holding on that door. So if he has to, he can break a shot from there and give cover to the other officers approaching forward. Let's go ahead. See here, holding cover. There's a shot fired, okay? So now shot fired. So again, imagine, put yourself in this situation. You're in this place. You know there's a gunman in there. You know people have been shot. You're responding, and now shit just got real, right? You just heard, bah! You heard shot fired. You heard a shot break. You don't know how close it is, where it's at, who's being shot at, who they're shooting at, right? All you know is shit just got real, okay? Bullets are flying. So again, we're going to keep moving, keep moving. There's another shot and another one. Now notice they're still pushing forward even when they hear 3 shots break. They're still pushing forward. Now, to other people not in law enforcement, it may look like these officers are moving relatively slow. Okay, 2 things. One, it's an active shooter situation. They're moving. You have to keep moving regardless. So they're moving. They're doing great. Looks like they're moving slow, but again, that's because you're not there in the situation. What you have to understand when it comes to stuff like this, CQB and things like this, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Okay. I've seen lots of guys do 3-gun competitions and stuff like that. And you watch people, and sometimes you see people real quick draw out of the holster and get out. And then you watch someone that very smoothly, it looks a lot slower, draw out of the holster and punch out. You'll notice a guy that looks like he's going a lot slower and smoother. Almost 99% of the time, his time is actually faster. It doesn't look faster, but it is faster because, again, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. So they're moving very methodically through the building and doing it the proper way. Again, this officer's covering here. This officer's covering here. We have multiple angles being covered, and nobody's pointing weapons at each other. We're not flagging each other, so we don't have any blue on blue shooting situations. All right, let's go. Holding. You see the officer here plying with his weapon. Another one. Again, great contact. Breaks the door open, pushes. Here's somebody right here. That ends up actually being they're calling out, let me see your hands, because they don't know who this is at this point. This ends up being our bad guy. He shot himself, and this is him slumped over in the chair right there. But again, see this officer here? He's holding this hallway right here. So he doesn't know where this guy is. He's announcing, he's holding the hallway. They see the hallway's clear. They're going to go this way. So they're going to rush towards the guy here. Watching his hands, because again, we don't know if he's shooting subject. Again, calling out, watching the stairwell. Bad guy could be coming up the stairwell. We got to watch there. We got to watch here. You can see where the round went through. And again, this is the subject right there. Okay, subject's down, shot himself, round went through this window. Those were the shots you heard. Okay, and geez. Stupid thing. All right, there we go. We're back. So Um, that was a subject, like I said, he shot himself. You could go ahead and you could see the glass broken behind, right? I believe there was another victim in there that had been shot as well that they were calling out to. Um, but again, um, they moved very good through the building. They held cover on every angle. And in any close quarter situation, that's what you have to do. You have to hold cover on every angle. Again, they hear shots fired. They know shit's just got real. They know rounds are coming down range. They don't know if they're coming at them or where the rounds are being directed, but shots are fired and they're still moving. They're not freezing. They're not backing out. They're still pushing forward. That's the proper way to do it. Those officers did a great job. That was an amazing response. And again, even though it looks slow is smooth is fast. Good job. Not sure how many people were injured. Bad guy killed himself. My opinion, fuck him. That's a good day. But anyway, just wanted to share that video with you guys. Appreciate you guys watching and hope you all have a great day. Thanks. Oh, as always, stay safe, stay tactical, stay dangerous.